Hey everyone, it is Friday and I'm at VidCon and that's why it's so loud, and I tried to get away from the noise so that I could shoot a video and you could hear me, but it's just loud everywhere and there are people everywhere. I'm gonna pan it out so you can see. Can you see? Hopefully you can see. But anyway, it is Friday and I didn't forget you and I still am doing a Q&A, and if my memory serves me, I have 3 questions that I was gonna answer. Now the first question is it common for people who are diagnosed with anorexia, or I'm going to make this question any eating disorder, even mental health disorder, feel like they're not worthy of it? And when it applies to anorexia, for this person's question, I find that a lot with my clients because they will feel like maybe they're not small enough and they don't fit the criteria, or whatever it is, because it will tell them that they're lying, right? The whole eating disorder, we know it lies to us, right? So it's going to tell us the very thing to keep us sick, right? And the same with our depression. That voice will say, like, you're not depressed enough, like, you haven't done this or you haven't done that. And with any kind of mental health issue, that voice, that negative, nasty voice, will tell us lies, right? So unfortunately that is very common, and the best way to fight it and to go back and to make it kind of go away is, like I always say, like to talk back to it, to journal, to do the healthy voice versus the sick voice and fight it back and make it shut up, right? Because it's full of lies. So that's the first question. And sorry, I'm trying not to be distracted, but there's a lot of people around, and you know how awkward I feel when I film in public? It's really awkward. Okay, question 2 is, how do I know if I actually have depression? Now, to be honest, to get an actual diagnosis, you should see a therapist or see your doctor or psychiatrist or anybody in your area that can get you help so you can take the proper tests and find out if you do have depression. Also, the main things that I as a therapist look for are things like, I'm just going to kind of put it in common terms so you kind of know what to look for, but obviously if you're sleeping too much or you're not sleeping at all, those are the first things I look for. Also diet, like if you're overeating or undereating and you don't have an eating disorder, that's also another sign. And if you don't find interest or enjoy the things that you used to enjoy, like let's say you used to sing and you're like, I'm quitting choir and I'm quitting this extracurricular thing I'm in, I'm not doing anything anymore, whatever it may be, you stop doing it, that would be another sign to me that possibly you're struggling with depression. So those are some of the things I look for. Also, if my patients tell me, these running thoughts in my head, they're like negative thoughts, they go all night, and that's why I can't sleep, that kind of anxiety component, then to me, that would be a sign of depression. There are depression rating scales I think you can take online if you really want to go that route, but I would really, really, really encourage you to see someone, okay? And the final question from Lauren is, why is it that I can't connect with my feelings when I'm in therapy? And she actually really enjoys her therapist and feels very emotionally connected to her, and so she's wondering, why can't I actually feel connected to the emotions? And my best guess, Lauren, is that because the emotions that you're talking about are things you haven't talked about for a long time, whatever it's attached to, whatever experience is creating that emotion. Ooh, people are screaming. I wonder who's here. But anyway, whatever's attaching to that emotion will often be so foreign and make us so anxious and nervous that the easiest way for us to even talk about it or deal with it is to emotionally cut off. So we can talk about it, we can talk about the emotions attached to it, but we can't actually feel them. And so my challenge to you would be to allow yourself, when you're journaling about it, to feel the emotion. And I'm going to switch hands here because my arm's getting tired. And then maybe when you're in session, you'll be able to do it for just a little bit of time before you find yourself disconnecting. And I would kind of notice if there's a time where you switch and you actually feel yourself disconnecting, or if it's always like that. And that would be something I would bring up in therapy. I'd bring it up to your therapist. Say, whenever we talk about this, I feel like I'm not connecting. And just, kind of discuss ways that you think you can make it better. Okay? So I hope those are helpful answers. Like I said, I'm at VidCon, and I'm going to meet up with Melissa, aka I Drank the Seawater, later, and we're going to do some collaborations and film some videos, and I will probably shoot a little quick video from there, and I'll be here tomorrow, so I'll probably shoot a video again tomorrow. So I hope you all have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Love you. Bye.